Sort of funny, it made me think about when you talked about oak just a moment ago. Obviously, over-oak Chardonnays of the past, it's an understandable sentiment, but nowadays it seems like oak is just part of the background noise, if you like, rather than a dominant feature, and that's without a doubt the characteristic in this.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Some time ago there was very much a movement that we were over Chardonnay. What's the next trend we're looking for? And I think most of those people were very wrong. You know, quality Chardonnay from the right regions is still, for me, the most exciting white wine on the planet. And we're starting to see a resurgence of these sorts of wines.
So what is it? What is it about the region here that makes it good for growing Chardonnay?
Well, I think like a lot of the up-and-coming regions for really high-end Chardonnay, Adelaide Hills is a cool climate. It shares that with regions like Margaret River, Yarra Valley, Mornington Peninsula, and they tend to produce wines that have more elegance, finesse, ability to age than perhaps some of the warmer regions.
And so the warmer regions typically going to give you big, full-blown, rich flavours, a little more restrained flavours from cool climate.
Absolutely correct. Yeah.
In terms of Adelaide Hills, is there a particular flavour that you think is consistent in the region, or is it just maybe something you're doing that you think is typical and what you look for?
Well, I think we tend to find that the flavours in ripe Chardonnay are more in the nutty, hazelnutty, mealy spectrum, and some of those stone fruits, nectarines, rather than the riper melony characters you might get from other regions. The M3 style that we've been developing since 2000 is a bit unique within the hills, and I think it's a style that we're developing to try and have a wine that has the ability to age well as be approachable, you know, relatively young.
Well, this is delicious. I think one of the first things as I taste this one, there's this fantastic, juicy, citrusy quality, and relatively good acidity is going to be derived from a cooler climate area. Is that right?
Yeah. Acidity is great in these wines. Very rarely do we have to add acid. You get lovely natural balance, and I think in terms of a complete wine, length of flavour, balance, that's really important.
What I would often refer to as slightly sneaky wine, and by that I mean you taste it and you go, wow, that's really good, and then sort of 20 seconds later you go, oh, hang on a second, that's really good. There's all these wonderful complex flavours that start emerging out of it, and that to me is always the mark of a great wine, that evolving sort of character.
Yeah, we like to talk about layers of flavour, and I think that you get initially the fruit flavours, then you get the barrel ferment flavours, and persistence is really important, and one of my great mentors, Len Evans, used to talk regularly about length of flavour, persistence of flavour, and the ability of a wine to change in the mouth.
Absolutely. You
get those initial fruit flavours, and then you swallow it and the flavour changes and stays with you for minutes afterwards.
Cheers to the brilliance of cool climate Adelaide Hills Chardonnay.
Thank you.